Dante's Boxing Nation, what's going on, guys? So another fight took place yesterday, which I think was the most significant win out of all the fights, including Chavez versus Vera. Terence Crawford taking Ricky Burns' title in the UK. It was a very impressive victory for Terence Crawford, so I want to go ahead and say congratulations to him. Now, because I was out of the house and almost forgot that this fight was coming on at the time, I end up catching this fight at around the 7th round, so I didn't even get to see the whole fight. I ended up watching the fight on my phone, which is the reason why I switched from Apple to Android, because on an Android, you can stream live events, and you can't do it on an iPhone or iPad. So my first question is, why wasn't this fight aired on HBO? I mean, I don't get it. Terence Crawford is one of the best rising stars right now. He was fighting for a title. And not only that, but they're going to air Froch versus Groves, the rematch, on HBO. Neither one of those fighters are even American. So I really don't understand why this fight wasn't on HBO. But nevertheless, that didn't stop TC, obviously, from winning his first championship belt and continuing to climb towards pound-for-pound status maybe one day. Now, I actually thought that Terence Crawford was going to win this fight easier than he actually won the fight. Don't get me wrong, that's not a knock on Crawford, because he still won the fight, I think 117, 111, and that was in the UK, okay, on most scorecards. Now, I will give credit to Ricky Burns, because Ricky Burns, in my opinion, he did make the fight competitive. It did look like it was a championship bout. It didn't look like it was just Terence Crawford on HBO fighting against the bum. Okay, it was a competitive bout. And matter of fact, Crawford actually had to make a little bit of adjustments to get in the inside and land on Ricky Burns. As you've seen in that picture that I showed you guys earlier, that's pretty much the gist of the fight, of what was taking place. The most impressive thing about Terence Crawford is he has this tenacious fighting spirit. And what I mean by that is, in this fight with Ricky Burns, every time when Ricky Burns did something that looked good, Crawford would always come back harder, and he would match that. And as you've seen in that picture that I showed you guys earlier, how he had him on the ropes, that's pretty much how the fight went throughout the 12 rounds. Crawford would find ways to get Burns on the ropes, and he would always take advantage of it when he got him there. You know, catching him with perfect shots to the head, body, etc. The UK commentators, they kept saying stuff like, Burns, he didn't look as confident as he usually does. This is not the same Burns, etc., etc. But the thing is, he didn't look the same because who he was in the ring with. And what's funny about that is, even before the fight, leading up to the fight, if you listen to everything that Burns was saying about this fight, it sounds to me like Ricky Burns was already concerned with the talent of Terence Crawford. The way, I mean, he was talking as if he was getting in the ring with Mike Tyson. That's the way he was talking in previous interviews. So it didn't surprise me at all that when he got in the ring, he didn't seem like he was completely comfortable. I mean, he's in the ring with the best opponent that he's ever faced. And that was obviously proven yesterday. So this is a huge win for TC. You know, he just won his first title shot. He is one of the best rising stars in the sport of boxing right now. And it'll be interesting to see how Jim Lampley deals with this. Jim Lampley just had his heart broken on the same day, watching his new prodigy Lomachenko lose, and at the same time finding out that Terence Crawford just won a title. Now, and at the same time, Lomachenko, he was trying to make history with what he was doing, trying to win a title with only 2 professional fights. So Lomachenko, he really has no reason to walk with his head down. He definitely has a bright future, and definitely I can see him winning the title somewhere down the line. I mean, it's not too hard to win a title, especially when you have the experience, which is what Loma didn't have going into this fight against a real tough, rugged Mexican champion. So anyway, we'll see what happens with Terence Crawford, especially on HBO. We'll see if Terence Crawford becomes Jim Lampley's favorite fighter. You know, I'm being cynical. But that's pretty much all I have to say on this one, guys. I'm on to the next one.